exactly who you want me to be.
Bro's getting meta with it. Stop it. So we're not seeing who. They didn't show us a picture, so I'm guessing maybe if they're gonna have that, unless they're having that conclude the storyline for the New York Ripper, where it's basically like, okay, they have the information there, like you could just put two and two together that, like we don't need to bring that actress back. And you're gonna put two and two together that eventually they're gonna just arrest that person. They have like the evidence that they need right there. And then so like maybe that's why like they didn't. I mean, hold on. It could be either that or they don't have to act for the New York Ripper if they decide to have that storyline continue. Now, like, what is this gonna be? Also, I still like, especially if this is a character who sees things that other people don't see. Like, this. Hold on. When you say that about a character, they better be pulling up like Frank Lundy, like if like, let's just say okay, let's just say 100% knew Dexter was the Bay Harbor Butcher, 0% had no clue that he was the Bay Harbor Butcher, 50% was like had an idea but needs some proof, and like 60 plus is like they know he knows but needs he knows for sure but needs to prove it. If I had a gun to my head and it's like, Frank Lundy, does he know he's the Bay Harbor Butcher? 50% or higher. I'm going at 50% or higher. I'm risking my life for that. But hold on. Who's the New York Ripper? Let's see if there's like maybe I don't recognize that name. It said like Don something. Well, there goes everyone's like theories like, oh, it's gonna be Jonah Mitchell. Let me freeze frame the Don Frampt. DF. I'm trying to think, like maybe like they'll try to throw it off, cause like I feel like if it's Prater's like files, like it wouldn't be it wouldn't be like it wouldn't be like a fake name, like Dexter used Patrick Bateman to order his M99. It wouldn't be Patrick Bateman, Bay Harbor Butcher, like if he knew he was the Bay Harbor Butcher. It was like Dexter Morgan, Bay Harbor Butcher. So, any theory that y'all, this is a completely new character. Now listen, it's unfortunate that Batista's gone, because like I feel like Batista should have been, unless you want to have it be like where Dexter never gets caught, or like if he dies, or like if he does something, it's like to either like pass some sort of torch in a different way. Like Harrison's not going to be the same as Dexter, but pass the torch in a different way to him. It's not going to be the same anyway. Like how he said, like when he was trying to like protect Harrison, instead of like him killing Dexter instead of Harrison. If it's like some sort of thing of like earlier seasons, like he would not be considering, I mean, I don't know, maybe for the kids, like it feels like Astor, Cody, Harrison, Rita, or Deb, I can see him like putting his life on the line. I mean, he did put his life on the line, but I mean like, I die instead of them. but we just never had a one-in-one comparison because these people didn't know, or if they did know, it was kind of like we're in this together type of deal, or like we're gonna like when Deb knew and when Deb was on, she was either against it or, and when she was on board, it was like, okay, we have to go after Isaac together. We have to go after Oliver Saxton together. It was never like, hey, I'm gonna kill Deb, and then then Dexter's like, kill me instead. But yeah, in terms of like where this could go in the future. Oh, so shout out to foot because Batista should have been that slow burn character. Like, you didn't even really have to have him in this season that much. You could have just had him pull up, and then kind of you could have cut to him a little bit of Miami, and that way you could have got more Quinn and like Masuka and stuff like that. And or maybe, hold on. Or maybe here's the thing. He goes up to New York and Quinn is like following him to like make sure he's all right, and then like where Batista died, Quinn dies. So then that makes like, at first it's kind of like he's just like he's seeing when he's defeated, and then when he saw Praetor, that's just like, okay, let's drive it overtime. Like basically like he doesn't do the AirPods thing. He doesn't go to he doesn't do this extra stuff. He just kind of like just gradually peeping what's going on. Where we know he's following Dexter, but Dexter doesn't know for the most part. And then when they get in a situation, actually you can actually have it be like this. Both Batista and Dexter are in that situation, right? Batista, he's like, he, still try to get physical, but he's not going to try to kill Dexter. But like he knows for sure, like basically he has Quinn and Batista both like tied up, and he's like, oh, this is your price of admission. And then he's like, kill both of them. So he goes up and he's trying to he knows that if one of them's gonna be after him, mostly it's gonna be Batista. So then he frees Quinn, and then I mean, Leon has the gun, so Quinn gets shot. Like, he doesn't get shot in the back, but like or maybe Charlie has another gun, shoots Quinn. Lock him in there. Quinn's dying, and maybe have like a thing of like Quinn basically, he kind of knew, but was like, he didn't have that emotional connection. Like, he didn't know Dokes, or if he did, he didn't know him well. Like, they're probably at the same department, but I mean, not same what is it, department, different division, I don't know, I don't work for the police, but like he was in narcotics, but it's still the same police station. It's just like a different department or division. But what was I saying? So, see, bro, and this is I wasn't even thinking about this. This is literally just me thinking off like off the top of my head. But yeah, then he's basically like, you saw how it was in the original show. Like, he wasn't like the straight and narrow cop, and it's kind of like, hey, you taking out these pieces of craps. Okay, cool. And then They get locked in there. He frees Batista. Batista like tries to throw the hands. Dexter wins the fight, but like Batista got some good looks in there. Maybe he like busted his lip or something. Dexter wins the fight, and then they can have that time of him being like, I didn't kill Maria. I don't even know why you put Deb next to my name as someone I killed. And I didn't kill Dokes. It was Lila. Maybe, hey, if he wants to, he can like say he didn't kill Legretto, but doesn't throw Deb under the bus. So now we get to season 2. Batista has to prove it. He knows for sure now. Like, he has like a high, like he knows most likely for sure that Dexter's the Bay Harbor Butcher. But now, like, Dexter basically told you what's going on. And we have that whole situation with Prater. Now, obviously, it'd have to be resolved differently. But boom. Season 2, he's trying to get him. Like, it's still Dexter trying to do what he's doing. And he's, like, trying to get the serial killer as well as outplay Batista. And we can have that for, like, 1 or 2 seasons. So, season 2 and season 3. Then we get to, like, season 4. Like, maybe the season 3 finale. He finally, like, he got played by Dexter, like, multiple times, like, after knowing that Dexter for sure is the Bay Harbor Butcher. And he got played by Dexter, outplayed, and he finally, I just spit, bro. He finally got something that's like, oh, hold on. Okay, hey, you did your thing. You outsmarted Dexter for once. Cool. And then season 4 is like basically the manhunt of Dexter. You can either have it be split into 2 seasons or 1 season, but let's just say it's split into 2 seasons. Season 4, the manhunt of Dexter. Basically everyone knows, and Dexter's on the run, and then in season 4 finale he gets caught. In season 5 be the trial of Dexter, and like maybe you know, they can try to be like, oh, this is substantial. He's like trying to like, because he can still fight it off in the courtroom. It's just he's not gonna have a private life anymore. Like, it's gonna be brought up that, oh, he's actually the Bay Harbor Butcher. Dokes was innocent. It's gonna be all over the news. But he can still get off scot-free if he has a good defense. So you can also play the drama in that case. Like, maybe like 1 court date in an episode. Like, and you could also have like some moments with Dexter in a prison. You know? People think, oh, who's this guy? Bro, this guy is nothing. Like, they try to like push him around. But they don't know that they messing with Dexter. And he shows them what time it is. Now, he don't got no M99, but hey. And then maybe like if they want to still have some scenes between Dexter and Batista that's not in the courtrooms, like he can go and visit Dexter in prison. You know? Hey, something slight, man. That's something slight. You feel me? Like, I feel like, and I should, like I said, that's just off the top of my head, because I feel like y'all really just shot yourself in the foot with killing off Batista that early. Like, the only way you could end this now with it being like satisfying is have him do some sort of something, some way of sacrificing his life or his freedom for Harrison. Now, what do I mean by that? Let's say they were able to, by the way, did he check Charlie's files? But let's just say they were able to find out that Mia was murdered and then the watch was planted. Okay. So the watch was planted. and and they're trying to they got a print on it, and it's Harrison's print, and they try to they're trying to go after Harrison, and then Dexter's basically comes up with this oh, it was me, I'm the Bay Harbor Butcher, and he happened to pick up the watch when I had it lying around somewhere, and then he brings up the situation with Prater. Basically, he incriminates himself to exonerate Harrison, or a situation where it's a serial killer that maybe Harrison didn't know it's a serial killer, but then now that Harrison's involved, it's he has to sacrifice himself so Harrison can be alive. That's the only way that you could because that's his son, and it makes sense. That's the only way that you can end it now with it being satisfying. Now, not to say you can't have a good ending, but Dexter is not one of those shows where it's got to be a happy ending. Good ending does not equate to happy ending, and vice versa. So, if you read the books, spoiler alert, Dexter dies at the end. Now, I don't like how it's done in the books, but that's just what happens. Something like Dexter has to end with his death or his incarceration. Now, the latter is a little iffy because who's got that new Detective Wallace? Listen, it wasn't until episode 6 that I knew what your character's name was. That's not going to be satisfying. Now, you can have her be part of the team to take him down for good, and in that little element with this season is satisfying. Oh, okay, he helped you get the New York Ripper. You had these moments with Harrison and something else. Oh, you basically exposed Prater, but you also, like I said, and I'm gonna say eventually again, it has to come back some way or form or fashion, unless they just get those characters out of here and Dexter's no longer in New York, where hey, where's Prater? Obviously he's dead, because unless they're perceiving it, which would be dumb, at least for Detective Wallace, if they're perceiving it as there was a mistake with his vault, and now he figured out that he was caught and then just left. Or maybe because Batista was dead, he got nervous, and then he left. And it has his prints on there. But yeah, now there's who could you bring back to actually incarcerate? These are the people who would have been satisfying. Okay, if Deb survived, and I mean, you'd have to write it in a certain way, but that could be a way. Batista was towards the top of the list, at least with he's one of the who are we gonna have? Masuka, he could be part of the team, but he's not gonna be that top person taking down Dexter and I'ma care. Whoever replaced Mike Anderson, old girl in the last season of Dexter, I don't even remember her name. Where Matthews, that's probably the only one that you could go with left. That's left. And I don't even know what's going on. I don't even know if that actor is still alive. I don't know. Bro, hold up. Dexter, Captain Matthews, actor. Bro, that actor's 76. Like, you're gonna have to try to lock that in quickly. And I don't even know, like, what, like, for instance, Bruce Willis, bro, his brain's cooked right now. He did his last movie was his last show was 2023. His last movie was 2024. They made a Watchmen. What the fuck is this? Is that a? Oh, it's animated. Oh, that is animated. So that does make a difference. The animated thing. His last live action was 2020, and you know they filmed that in 2019. TV show was 2023. So, I mean, granted, that's still like, you could just take that as, you know, he's not as popping as different actors, but like, that's who else are you gonna have? All right, Dokes is dead, Lila's dead, Hannah's dead off camera, Deb is dead, Batista died this season, Masuka, who cares? Quinn can be somewhat satisfying, but I feel like Quinn like wouldn't be like, he would be on the team helping, but like he wouldn't be like if they said, hey guys, do you want to give this up? Quinn wouldn't be like, no guys, we got to get him. He had no connection with Dokes like that we know of. LaGuerta would have been a good choice. Who else? Yeah, your best choices would have been Batista, Captain Matthews, Deb, LaGuerta, and yeah, that's the Lundy. Lundy and Batista were your two best choices. All right. But Lundy's dead. Like, all those characters are dead besides Captain Matthews. So, if we want to go forward, and keep in mind, when people are watching the show, they're expecting Dexter to either have a happily ever after, be arrested, or die. And they, any of those have to like make sense and be in a satisfying way. Happily ever after now is your best bet to be the easiest is the easiest to execute in the satisfaction department, and is the easiest to make sense story-wise. Because if you go with incarceration, like I said, who's going to be arresting him? There's no one I could like. Let me just go through the OG characters, bruh. Now maybe you could bring back Jonah. That's someone who could work if you like. If you was in a writing room cooking heat, then you could make Jonah Mitchell work. Where it's like he acts as a serial killer, but then like as this like martyrdom, like, you know, moment as he's going down, he sets up Dexter. So then it's not as unsatisfying or like underwhelming where you have a Masuka or a Claudette or a Quinn. Like, you can have these characters, like, let's say it's a season of Dexter, Miami versus Dexter, or New York versus Dexter, or fucking America versus Dexter. Where like you have moments where it's with Quinn, and he has those interactions. Same thing with Masuka, same thing with Claudette, and like all over the place. That's the only A. Okay. Dokes is dead, Rita's dead, Deborah's dead, Lila's dead, Batista's dead, Hannah's dead, Joey's alive. He can't be a driving force. Lumen, we don't know what happened to her, but last time we seen her, she was alive. Arthur Mitchell's dead. LaGuerta's dead. Masuka's alive. It wouldn't be satisfactory. It wouldn't be It wouldn't be satisfying. Aster's alive. That's another way you could implement Aster and Cody, and like they're trying to reconnect with Dexter, and maybe they felt some type of way that like he basically abandoned them and faked his death, and then Jonah Mitchell was kind of like damn near is, hey, your mom is dead because Dexter, what's happening with Dexter and his pops. But Lundy's dead, Harry's dead, Jonah's dead, Isaac's dead, Liddy's dead. We don't know. Jamie, I mean, she was a babysitter, bro. Travis Marshall's dead, Christine Hill is dead, Lewis is dead, Cody's alive, Brother Sam, Neil Perry, Matthew, Captain Matthews, Jordan Chase is dead. Yeah, they're like, that's the, yeah. Ramon Prado, okay? But it wouldn't be like, whoo, yeah, let's go. He's like another one where it's like, you can have a Masuka, Quinn, and Ramon, but like you need that one person that's like, woo, okay. From the characters that we got, your best bet is gonna be Jonah Mitchell. Like that's the only, because one of the biggest moments in Dexter history is Rita's death. Okay, so you have Jonah Mitchell. He can be the seasoned serial killer, and then his last ditch efforts, his scorched earth moment is basic. Hey, Dexter Morgan, that's Kyle Butler, and he's a killer. And now everyone has a microscope to Dexter's like life, and you can, it flips his world upside down, and like it brings his lies to life, even if you don't have the definitive proof. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. I'm probably gonna put like this last section on YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube, Patreon in the description down below. If this video goes up, it probably will be before this reaction goes up, if you get what I'm saying. Like, let's say, okay, right now it's the 5th. Let's say, did you say happy birthday? My birthday's on the 10th. Let's say I upload this on YouTube on the 12th, and then on the 15th I upload the reaction on Patreon. Actually, let me show you so if you're watching this on YouTube, right now I have this episode to be scheduled on Patreon to be where we at? Yeah, it should still be, damn. Oh no, that's okay. Boom. The 25th. So this is recorded. If you're on Patreon, this was recorded 20 days ago. I don't know what this is recorded. I don't know when this is posted on YouTube. So if you want to see reactions to Dexter Resurrection and Dexter Original Sin, RIP, Patreon description down below, as well as when this video actually, I don't know. Hey. Okay, basically this is what we got working on right now. We got Kaiju number 8 season 2. We're going through Dragon Ball Z. I'm about to start up. We're going through the X-Men films. I'm about to start off Attack on Titan, Black Clover. Okay, first one's gonna be Attack on Titan and what's the other one? Damn it. Attack on Titan and My Hero Academia. And then eventually add things like Black Clover, Jujutsu Kaisen, and that might have been it, or there's one more, I don't know. Actually, matter of fact, no, I don't have all the backgrounds, that's a lie. But yeah, we got those animes coming out. We got some movies, and we got some shows. So if you are on the YouTube, check out the Patreon. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. If you liked the video, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, share it with your friends. Stay tuned for the next one, and I'm out.